This historic glass in this window is 0.8.
Okay, what was the other one?
1.2.
1.2 in the dual pane?
Yes.
And this is
0.8.
0.8, so close.
It is so close that you're really not gaining much. The most effective things you can do to reduce the energy cost through the window is to prevent the sun from hitting the window. Like if you're standing outside on a hot day and that radiant sun is on you, we all want to go stand in the shade.
Sure.
To get away from that radiant heat. A thermometer is going to read temperature in both places. But what happens is that sun is hitting this glass, that radiant heat is coming right through the glass into the house. But if you can make the outside of that window shadeable, it doesn't have that penetration. So a lot of people will awning the outside of the houses, or they'll have vegetation trees, like the west side of this house has a lot of vegetation, that's good. If they can't do that, you can't prevent it from shading the outside, then the next step is to shade the inside. And with the blinds on the inside, I always recommend the wide wood blinds.
Okay.
So in the daytime, when the sun is hitting it, you close those blinds. If you went to work, you close those blinds on the house so that sun doesn't come through into the house.
Gotcha.
It doesn't fade the furniture. It doesn't feel that hot, radiant heat, which will raise the temperature in the house. So anything you can do on the outside. The other thing is that we talked about.
But awnings, will the historic district let you do awnings here?
Oh yeah.
But not in the front?
Oh yeah.
No, in the
you
front
can put
too?
them anywhere.
Oh, good, okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. In fact,
Okay.
they used to have them. And see that, attaching something that's like an awning is not changing the architectural style of the house.
Gotcha.
Which is the standard.
Well, in the front doesn't really need it because you don't get a lot of heat in the...
Well, in the wintertime like this, sun hitting the outside of the windows is good because it warms up the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. On that west side, east side primarily, this has the big trees, so those on the north side over here, they're pretty small, they're not really big. They don't have to worry too much about that, even though we get from the north west is where that sun comes in the summertime, it will hit the north window there.
Okay.
But the other thing we talked about was the appraised value of the house being reduced.
Sure.
Because of that. The other thing is they told me they do not itemize that item as a reduction in the price of the house because it's there. They say a house is, the appraiser said the house is what it is. But when I look at a house, I will, if it had windows, I will use a certain higher number. But if it doesn't have, if it has dual panes, I'll reduce that same kind of a comparable house down.
Yeah, yeah.
The other thing is that these houses, once they're registered as a historic house, through the state, they can register that house as a historic house with contributing factors. The property values are half.
Oh, for taxes.
For taxes.
Yes.
Dual pane windows is one of the factors that will negate that from happening.
Oh, okay. Right.
What they do, the state uses a criteria called 3 strikes. 3 strikes, you're out, baseball term. Okay? What happened was that they look at the original house. These houses, this is even before it came historic, may have had changes done to it. They were not in violation of anything because these didn't become historic with those guidelines until like 86. Somebody may have put on or taken off a part of the house, or they may have added a carport attached to the house or something, or changed the porch in front of the house. But if that house had been changed, 3 changes to those houses, the third one, it negates the tax.
So
issue.
if this, if they put dual pane in the front,
Yes.
they might take away that it's registered.
50% tax reduction.
Oh, okay, good to know. Because the agent told us that you can put whatever you want, it just can't change the size of the window.
They can't change the size, and they cannot change the configuration of the buttons in those lines.
Okay.
It's gotta look like that.
But if they made a dual pane, this house could lose its historic registration.
Right, yes. And it will change. When you look at a dual pane window from a salesman's perspective, or a picture of it, or whatever, it is totally different when you get it on the house. When you put it on the house, you get out by the street and it don't look the same.
Right.
Especially the buttons on the outside.
Okay.
And
So
the
their
glass.
their only option is to leave it the same.
Yes.
And we could put awnings on it.
Yes. Anything to keep the sun off it helps it. But again, it's the character. Most of these people want original. They're paying $500,000 for a house. They don't want a major architectural feature of the house changed. They
Right.
want these
Yeah.
other things. But some people hear that windows, that's going to increase your energy costs or whatever. Of course, everybody likes to see about energy cost reductions. But anything they do regarding energy should always be used. The criteria should be used is payback period. How long is it going to take in energy savings to pay back the cost of that product?
And the installation is 2 years
It's
payback.
about 2 years.
Okay.
But it's got to be the foam blow-in foam insulation, which is really nice. You can get up to an R32 in your ceiling.
Yeah.
And the ceilings above the living spaces is where most of your energy loss is in these houses, not through the windows on the sides, it's through the ceilings.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
that's the thing to do is up there.
Okay.